Now on CoastTV News.
Details on a deadly Saturday night car crash in Wilmington. New information from the Israel-Hamas war. Hamas tunnels have been found under UN relief agency. And a burst in seal pups on the coast. Details on the latest rescue.
And we have a winter storm that's headed our direction, but we have our own concerns now dealing with even more flooding. Your full forecast is coming up.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Elisa Weber. Welcome to CoastTV News at 11. The Delaware State Police are investigating a deadly crash that happened last night at 10:38 in North Wilmington. Officials say a Kia Optima was going south on Governor Prince Boulevard. Police say the car veered off the road and crashed into a parked Ford tow truck. The 30-year-old driver of the Kia was not wearing a seatbelt and was later pronounced dead at the scene. Officials say no one in the Ford truck was there at the time of the crash. The south lanes of Governor Prince Boulevard were closed for 4 hours and the north lanes were closed for 1 hour while the scene was investigated. And according to the Maryland State Fire Marshal, the Salisbury Fire Department responded to a commercial building fire on Nanticoke Road around 8:21 last night. Officials say the fire was caused by a failing exhaust system in the dryers at the laundromat in the building. Officials say the fire was found by customers in the laundromat, which was fortunate because there were no working smoke detectors and sprinklers. It took crews about 30 minutes to put out the fire, and luckily no one was hurt. And as we take a live look outside into Salisbury, our first alert chief meteorologist Paul Williams joins us. Paul, where was the sun today? Come on.
Well, it was hiding right along with the rest of us. That really didn't do much outside work, you know. But we have a winter storm that's heading our direction, but it looks like the brunt of it, or the worst of it, is going to just pass by us. But we're not totally out of the woods. Our Bay Health camera in Milford right now, we're coming in at 44 degrees with the winds pushing out of the north. Now for the rest of this evening, look for increasing cloud cover, but we're going to slip about a degree or two, actually, dropping down to 43 degrees by 3 o'clock in the morning with increasing cloud cover. We had a high of 58 in Ocean City, 55 Salisbury, and 54 in Georgetown. We have the rain that's moving out of the way for right now, but we're going to start really seeing things change dramatically. We'll talk about that in your full forecast. Until then, back to you.
Israel says it has found a Hamas tunnel under the headquarters of the UN relief agency in Gaza. This all comes as Israel is said to be preparing for an offensive in Rafah, an area where Palestinians were told to flee and where now more than 1 million people are sheltering. CNN's Nick Robertson has more on the recent developments from this ongoing war.
There's no indication yet that the Israeli government has actually given the IDF an order to go into Rafah with ground forces yet, but UN agencies are extremely concerned. The 1.4 million people living there, 300,000 residents, more than 1 million displaced, that they're already in a precarious humanitarian situation. A military incursion there could put them in even greater danger. The IDF has been told by Prime Minister Netanyahu to come up with an evacuation plan. That isn't made public yet. The Egyptians on the other side of the border are concerned that people will try to escape out of Rafah into Egypt itself. The Saudi government said that they're very concerned about the seriousness of the situation and what could happen to people. They're saying that this needs to be discussed at the UN Security Council. During the day on Saturday, the IDF say that they struck 3 Hamas operatives, 2 of them senior operatives, in a strike inside of Rafah. Palestinian authorities inside Rafah say that 5 policemen were hit in an apparent drone strike on their vehicle. It's not clear if these 2 are the same incidents. And in the north of Gaza today, the IDF say they have found a substantial tunnel underneath the offices, the main offices of the main UN agency, UNRWA, in Gaza. They say that there were electricity cables coming down from that office into the tunnels. They say when they searched those office buildings, they found weapons, ammunition stores there. Now, UNRWA has has responded saying when they were told to leave 12th of October by the IDF to evacuate, they did. They've had no control over the building since. They can't say what was there. They say they're not aware of these tunnels underneath, and they say when they had been aware of what could be tunnels, they've drawn it to the attention of the UN and of the Israeli government. The foreign minister of Israel has come back at the head of UNRWA and said that's not even the right response, because how could you not know? You were aware. This spat between the Israeli government and UNRWA only seems to be ratcheting up at the moment. Nick Robertson, CNN, Tel Aviv, Israel.
If it impacts you, nothing feels like small-town politics. Lewis is debating a number of proposals. Tomorrow, the Lewis City Council will once again talk about whether to allow dogs at historic Lewis Farmers Market. They're also deciding if the Lewis Line bus will serve and continue, and tackle live music at restaurants. There are also big plans for new homes in the Henlopen Bluff and White Ponds Preserve developments are going to be reviewed as well. And here's your traffic news for the week. DelDOT is closing lanes in South Bethany for road work. The closure will take place on Route 1 north and south between Logan Street, York Road, and Evergreen Road. The closure starts tomorrow and will continue through Thursday. Route 1 bridge in Milford is getting some repairs. DelDOT will be replacing bridge joints near Route 36 beginning on February 15th. During construction, the ramps on Route 36 will be closed and Route 1 will have lane restrictions. And DelDOT says work is expected to last through mid-April, weather permitting. New four-way stop signs will be placed at the intersections of Robbinsville Road and Cedar Grove Road, along with Beaver Dam Road and Dairy Farm Road in Lewis. The work will take place tomorrow through Thursday, and this will require lane closures. And easing traffic in Georgetown. Tomorrow, the town will hear a presentation from the Rossi Group on a traffic calming report. The presentation will be heard at the Town Council meeting at 7 p.m. Drivers in Fenwick Island, a road closure is coming to the Island Street between Delaware Avenue and West Maryland Avenue. DelDOT says the road will be closed beginning on Monday, February 12th and last through March 4th. The closure is needed for the installation of new drainage pipes to help mitigate flooding. And the latest winners of the Encouraging Development, Growth, and Expansion Grant in Delaware have been announced. The grant helps fund people purchasing a small business through a competitive selection process. Shop B in downtown Milford recently opened its doors, and it is last year's recipient of the grant. The artistic couple shared the small business of printing and displaying local art after a trip to a similar shop on their honeymoon. The Keplers say this grant allowed them to get their dream a reality.
It is absolutely amazing. Our work is never finished. We have big plans for this place as well, and we're planning to make those each rentable studios, as well as making this area up front sort of an event space where we can have art, like interactive art events.
Applications are already being accepted for the 2024 Edge Grant competition. Those applications will be accepted until March 1st. And Maryland is cracking down on illegal racing and dangerous driving. A new law proposed by many lawmakers will make the penalties tougher for anyone racing or driving recklessly on public roads. There's a special meeting about it on February 15th. The goal is to make streets safer by stopping these risky actions with harsher fines and even jail time for those who cause serious injury. It's a strategy similar to what Ocean City has already implemented. The beach town sets up special event zones during major car events like Cruisin' Ocean City and Endless Summer Cruisin'. If approved, this important change is planned to start on June 1st. And we are taking a live look outside into Salisbury. Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams knows what this week has in store, and he has our 7-day forecast right after the break.
Thinking of buying a boat? Stop! Now on Rudy Marine, save thousands on leftovers and closeouts. Huge inventory in stock. Sunchaser pontoons, Geno cruisers, Yamaha engines. Take advantage of the lowest prices of the year. RudyMarine.com, where family boating begins.
When you visit the Delmarva Design Center, you'll experience a selection of appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring all together in one showroom. The 10,000 square foot location has a variety of inspiring samples for any project size or budget. Your dedicated product experts and designers collaborate to bring your dream project to life. Come and see what the kitchen industry buzz is all about. Experience the Delmarva Design Center in Selbyville, Delaware, serving all of Delmarva's coast.
Thinking of buying a boat? Stop! Now on Rudy Marine, save thousands on leftovers and closeouts. Huge inventory in stock. Sunchaser pontoons, Geno cruisers, Yamaha engines. Take advantage of the lowest prices of the year. RudyMarine.com, where family boating begins.
As we get started on this work week, I want to give you a quick reminder. Be sure you take out your phone, put it on camera, scan the QR code right here in the corner so that you can have access to our wonderful and absolutely free, by the way, weather app. It follows wherever you go. If you're visiting, you can take it home with you. Just download it right here, right now. It'll show you weather right even at your own house. All right, so in Rehoboth Beach right now, we're at 44 degrees. The theme of the forecast for tonight is we're waiting for Monday night, really, and Tuesday morning. It's going to be an ugly situation by then. I'll show you why in a moment. 43 degrees up till about 1 o'clock in the morning. Then we'll drop down to 42 degrees. One other quick note, by the way, in case, let's say you're a little intimidated by dealing with, apps and all that, we have weather by telephone. We have a weather line. Just call 443-880-9100. The forecast is just a call away, sponsored by Baird, Mandela's, Brockstead, and Federico. So be sure you call. That call is free too, by the way. So we have a coastal flood advisory that's active for all of Sussex. This is the same problem we've been seeing that's been connected to high tides, but now we've got a little wrinkle. A gale wind warning's in effect until Tuesday evening, meaning when it comes to a warning, we're talking about 40-mile-per-hour winds along the coast for us in Sussex. Now, there's a gale wind watch from Prime Hook Beach down towards Lewis. This is what we're looking at for 30-mile-per-hour winds, 40-mile-per-hour winds, okay? It's going to be breezy regardless everywhere, but we're looking at that increasing because to the north here, this is where all the winter storm stuff is. Now, this is the part I'm going to say is, believe it or not, it's good to be us. We're going to deal with the winds. They are going to have to deal with the snow and ice, not us. That's how things are just shaping up. We just luck of the draw. Temperatures in the 40s for right now. And we're down by 10 degrees, as you can see, across the entire Delmarva Peninsula. But let's take a look at how things are going to shape up. 45 degrees, 4 o'clock. Then look at all this rain, green, red. This is all rain represented here, 4 o'clock in the morning for Tuesday. Now, you'll notice we go into Tuesday by 10 o'clock. We see a little bit of snow trying to develop here towards Milford, but then it moves away very quickly. So that means it looks like it's going to be a very short window of opportunity for that to possibly be a problem. So we're mainly going to deal with rain, up to maybe about a half an inch of rain in some areas. And even as we kind of widen the scope of this, kind of take a look, we're expecting maybe 3/4 of an inch in Milton. That's the worst case scenario there. And in Berlin, other than that, we're not talking about much rain. It's going to be spread over almost a day and a half time frame wise. But here's what I'm going to note just before we sign off. This is what caught my eye Thursday morning. Okay? Hard freeze Thursday morning. Light freeze Wednesday morning. So we're going to get a warning. We're going to get a warm up before we get the real thing here. And then it comes back again for us on Sunday. So cold weather's on the way. I've already let you know. 41 for tonight, partly cloudy sky, staying mild for tonight. Cloudy for tomorrow, rainy, and the threat of rain all day long. But then Tuesday in the early morning hours, particularly, that's what we're looking for, this rain. But we're not looking at a snow mix quite yet. And even if it happens, it's going to be a short period of time. So our yellow alert day moves to Tuesday. And then, of course, the next day, your sweetheart day. But remember, these mornings are going to be really cold.
Thank you, Paul. I hope that snow stays away, but a burst of seal pups have been coming to the coast and enjoying our beaches. The Murr Institute has rescued a few seal pups the last few days, the most recent being yesterday at Cape Henlopen State Park near the point. Murr Institute says the female pup was taken to triage and assessment and will be rehabilitated at the National Aquarium in Baltimore. The Murr Institute says when seals have white fur, that means they are young and dependent on their mothers to survive. Since seals sleep on land, beachgoers are encouraged to keep dogs on leashes to protect both your dog and the seals. And of course, if you see a young seal on the beach, call the Murr Institute immediately. And do you take your animals with you when you travel? Well, if you live in Delaware, the Department of Agriculture wants owners to remember that a certificate of veterinarian inspection or health certificate is mandatory for animals crossing state lines. This certificate ensures your animal is disease-free, which helps the department protect the state's animal population. Whether for shows or personal travel, make sure to get your certificate in advance to keep Delaware's animals safe and healthy. Delaware homeowners have a unique opportunity to learn about conserving their property while benefiting the environment. A wetland easement workshop is scheduled for March 19th at the Harrington Fire Hall from 5 to 8 p.m. This session, hosted by the USDA Natural Resources Conservation Service, will focus on the Wetland Reserve Easement Program. It offers insights into restoring wetlands and protecting land from development. Dinner will also be served following the workshop, and representatives will be on hand to answer questions after dinner. And the Lewis Environmental Subcommittee is working with the Delaware Center for the Inland Bays to take extra precautions so that wetlands are not harmed as developments grow. The group hopes the update will help the current ordinance for wetlands. The inland bays say it could be improved by including differentiating between types of wetlands, mandating a wider buffer between construction and wetlands, and adding more native vegetation. Some people in Lewis do not want to see the natural beauty and barrier be hurt by growth.
There's just so many more people coming to the area, so I think anything we can do to preserve the land, we definitely should.
The Lewis Environmental Subcommittee will be meeting again tomorrow at 1 p.m. to continue the discussion of wetland buffers. And people come to the beach for the scenery. Back in September 2020, 5G poles were installed on dunes throughout Dewey Beach, ruining some people's views. 3 poles have already been moved, but 2 are still standing on Collins Avenue and St. Louis Street. The town says in addition to obstructing people's view, the poles sit on the dunes, which is an issue. One person who lives on Collins Avenue has been waiting for the poles to move.
I think that's part of the beauty down living here on the Eastern Shore are the dunes and the coastal area, and then to have to plop that right in the middle of the dune is just not a good idea.
There is no set date when the pole will be relocated, but the town says it ideally wants the pole moved within a few months. And the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is spending $5.3 million to fix damaged parts of the Indian River Inlet. They're working to repair a wall that keeps the water back and stop too much sand from moving into the inlet. This is important to keep the area safe and protect nearby parks. There's going to be a meeting online on February 15th for anyone who wants to know more, and work is expected to start in April. Officials in Rehoboth Beach say tree pruning will be scheduled throughout the city starting tomorrow and running through the 20th. Several streets in Rehoboth Beach will see clips and cuts, including Scarborough Avenue Extension, Silver Lane, and Pennsylvania Avenue. This is part of the city's annual winter maintenance. And we have all things health, wealth, and lifestyle on Coast Life right before your evening news on Coast TV at 5. Here's a look at what's coming up tomorrow.
Hey there, Delmarva. Hope you had a great weekend. Here's a look at what's happening Monday at 4 on Coast Life.
I hope you're ready to laugh because we've got another joke jar for you to get you through your day.
And dare you check out some new TV after work or after school? We have a brand new episode and we're giving you a little preview of.
And we're going to introduce you to a special sheep. Special for multiple reasons. We're going to introduce you to Charlie from Brittingham Farms.
All of that and more happening Monday at 4 on Coast Life.
After the break, Maryland might be changing the way restaurant servers get paid. How this could affect your wallet.
At Delmarva Canine, a trained dog is a happy dog, and that means a happier home. With 25 years of experience training police dogs, service dogs, and pets, we've gained the trust of families across the country. Our team of certified trainers create custom programs ensuring we can show you a more confident and polite side of your pet, regardless of the breed or temperament. Call today and schedule your free evaluation and see why Delmarva Canine is all about the love of the dog.
Welcome to Outlet Liquors on Route 1 in Rehoboth, the 3rd largest liquor store in America. Choose from 9,000 different wines, 600 beers, and the largest selection of vodka, whiskey, and tequila. We've got professional wine and spirit experts to help you find what you're looking for. Plenty of cheeses, crackers, and chocolate for the perfect charcuterie board. Don't forget to sign up for the VIP program. Visit Outlet Liquors in Rehoboth today.
Are you having one of those days where everything that can go wrong does?
Meet Preston, a normal guy with extraordinary bad luck. This is where the law office trap nickel steps in. We've got your back, even when you fall on it.
Our skilled personal injury team is committed to defending your rights and converting adversity into significant compensation. Don't hesitate. Get the justice you deserve.
The law office of Trap Nickel. Your priority is our priority.
The doctors of Delmarva Chiropractic take great pride in offering the finest, most individualized care to their patients and stay on the cutting edge of healthcare and clinical interventions. As winners of Coastal Style and Metropolitan Magazine's Best Chiropractors for 7 years in a row, Doctors Lane, Brown, and Taylor help with conditions such as back pain, sciatica, headaches, concussions, dizziness, and much more. The clinic also offers laser therapy, decompression, acupuncture, and custom orthotics. Call Delmarva Chiropractic today and take the first step toward achieving your maximum potential.
Maryland legislators introduced a bill that would increase the minimum wage for tipped workers to $15 an hour, which would eliminate the state's tip credit model. CoastTV News reporter Kevin Zapay shows us how this change might not be as good as people think.
Janice Chester has been a waitress in Ocean City for years. She fears a new bill in Maryland that would up the hourly wage for servers to $15 an hour would lessen her tips.
If I was making $15 an hour, I wouldn't be able to raise my family and myself as well as I can on my tips, because $15 an hour after taxes is taken out is about $8 an hour, let's be real, and I can't do anything with that.
According to the Fair Wage Act of 2024, all Maryland employers, regardless of size, must pay workers the state minimum wage of $15 an hour. Restaurants are already required by law to pay tipped employees the difference if they don't earn $15 an hour between the base $3.63 an hour plus tips. Under the Fair Wage Act, workers would make $15 an hour plus tips. Ray Darty says that would be way too expensive for his local business.
I'd have to cut my staff. I can't pay servers $15 an hour plus tips, plus kitchen staff more than that, and stay in economically in business. It's not going to work. I have to cut back my staff and maybe change my system where it's more self-serve.
Many in the restaurant industry envision owners adding service charge to each check to help pay the extra wages.
I think the restaurant, the owners too, that'll hurt them too.
With this in mind, servers like Janice are afraid customers won't leave as big a tips if the bill passes as is.
A General Assembly hearing on the proposed One Fair Wage Act of 2024 will be held on February 14th. I'm Kevin Zapay in Ocean City, CoastTV News.
Happening now, the Ocean City Beach Patrol is looking for new members to join its staff. The patrol says that no certifications or previous lifeguarding experience is needed and that you will learn everything you need to know while working alongside the veteran staff. Upcoming testing dates include March 3rd at Salisbury University and April 7th at the Ocean Pines Sports Corps Pool. And right now, the Ocean City Fire Department is hiring. The department is looking for part-time and full-time firefighters, EMTs, and paramedics. They say scholarship money is available for college when joining, along with water rescue summer bonus. All training and uniforms will be provided. And happening across Delmarva and Salisbury, another road closure. Circle Avenue near Unity Square is going to be closed to traffic, and Camden Avenue will be closed from Division Street to Enterprise of Plaza Gateway Building. This all happens tomorrow, and crews will be pouring new sidewalks, so it should last about a day. And Bridgeville is calling all homeowners and visitors alike. If a comprehensive plan survey has landed in your mailbox or popped up online, it's an opportunity for everyone to voice their thoughts on the town's future. The town has opened 2 surveys, one for those who call Bridgeville home and another for those who work, visit, or enjoy the events there. This effort is part of the town's initiative to gather insights for its upcoming plan. Important for people in Kent County, the Office of Vital Statistics in Dover will be closed for renovations starting tomorrow through April 5th. But don't worry, through the state says that you can still request vital records by mail or through Go Certificates and Vital Check, the 2 authorized services online. And remember, requests should come from direct family members or guardians will all have to require documentation. Office of Vital Statistic locations in Sussex County will remain open to the public to provide same-day service requests. except for long-form birth certificates, death certificates prior to 2007, corrections, amendments, and vital records. And Disney is looking to expand. The shocking news, another theme park could be in the works. We have the details when Coast TV News returns.
Are you on the verge of foreclosure? Is your home in serious disrepair? Or do you just need to sell fast?
Are you overwhelmed with an inherited house or a rental and want to cash out?
Hi, I'm Delmarva Dave Schmidt.
And I'm your sister Christina,
And we're local home buyers.
here to help solve your problems. We'll get you an as-is, fast cash offer on any type of property anywhere on Delmarva in any condition with no required repairs or commissions. Call or text today.
Or visit delmarvadave.com.
This is like our forever home. This was the last piece of the puzzle. Pinnacle concrete coating actually showed me this particular floor here, which is tidal wave. I was told, I'm done, I'm good, just let's start. When it was done, I probably sat out there for 20 minutes and just staring at the product before I went back into the house. This is not a garage, this is an extension of my home. I'm just thrilled to death with this floor. We get a discount for being a veteran. It made you real warm and fuzzy knowing that you're dealing with somebody like that. You know, I'm just impressed with what they did, it was awesome.
Have you seen those crazy HVAC deals? Don't fall for that. At Above and Beyond Service Heating and Cooling, we just don't make promises, we deliver results. With our Peace of Mind maintenance agreement, you can rest assured we will keep up with your system throughout the year. We're a local company. You're not just a customer, you're our neighbor. Take advantage of our 0% finance for up to 72 months or up to $3,000 in rebates on a new train system. Call Above and Beyond Services to keep your family comfortable. Remember, it's hard to stop a train.
At Tidal Health, we're with you at every step. When you need hip or knee replacement surgery, choose the area's most experienced orthopedic robotic surgeon. Choose Dr. William Duran. His robotic surgery techniques lead to less pain and quicker recovery, meaning you'll be back on your feet doing what you love in no time. At Tidal Health, we know the value of having high-quality, world-class care right in your backyard, so we invest in it. Visit tidalhealth.org/experience to learn more.
Hi, this is Amber Brazier. Welcome to Brazier's Carpet Care. Drop off your rugs today or have us pick them up and let our state-of-the-art cleaning plant do the rest. Many methods are used to clean rugs, from air dusting to remove fine soil to soaking in our whirlpool. Hand-knotted rugs are carefully washed, rinsed with cold water and wrung out, followed by a trip through the centrifuge before entering our controlled temperature drying room. We also repair all types of rugs from braided to hand-knotted. Quality cleaning by people who care. That's Brazier's Carpet Care.
Disney says it plans to invest $60 billion into its theme parks around the world. This comes after the company's top executives told investors that fewer people have been coming to Disney World this year when compared to the same time last year. NBC's Bob Haven shows us how the Disney empire is looking to expand.
You know, we're already hard at work at basically determining where we're going to place our new investments and what they will be.
Disney CEO Bob Iger, talking with investors on the first quarter earnings call, said most of the $60 billion they plan to plow into theme parks and the cruise lines will be spread out around the world.
You can pretty much conclude that they'll be all over.
Executives said the theme park division overall had a record quarter with 10% higher operating income year over year, but Disney World was a drag. The Central Florida parks actually declined, and the company chalks it up to inflation and higher wages, plus lower attendance so far this year compared to the big numbers they saw a year ago for the park's 50th anniversary celebration. But they said they expect the new investments to pay off. Some have been speculating Disney's looking to build a fifth theme park here. The company even included a future major theme park in the controversial developer agreement it signed with the Reedy Creek Improvement District back before Governor Ron DeSantis' people took it over. Iger was asked specifically about that fifth gate idea on the call and sidestepped saying anything one way or the other.
And we've got a menu of things that will basically start opening in 25, and there'll be a cadence every year of additional investment and increased capacity.
Well, the rumors are true. A winter storm is indeed approaching us, but will we have to deal with rain or snow? There's a story to be told here. Stick around and I'll tell you.
But when I decided to have my kitchen done, I knew I wanted it done professionally, and that's when I contacted Ellen. She took me to the Delmarva Design Center.
From the moment I bring a customer into Delmarva Design Center, the ideas start to flow. First thing we do is take a stroll around the showroom so we can look at all the different vignettes to get ideas of what they like and see what they react to.
For each of the different aspects that I wanted to change in my kitchen, there were experts here, and everyone was so helpful. They listened to what I had to say, and they had great ideas that helped me put together exactly what I wanted for my kitchen.
My goal is to have the customer enjoy their space as quickly as possible, and Delmarva Design Center helps me do that.
My kitchen is one of my favorite places now. It's something that I use every single day of my life. I'm elated with my experience at the Delmarva Design Center.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
Treat yourself to a culinary journey like no other at Benvenuto. Delaware Today named Benvenuto as a 2023 Best of Delaware Dining and Event Restaurant, where the perfect fusion of comfort, exquisite flavors, and a captivating atmosphere awaits you. Our passion for exceptional cuisine shines through every dish as we artfully combine international flavors and fresh, locally sourced ingredients. With stunning spaces and a private room for special occasions, our breathtaking Tuscan design sets the stage for an unforgettable dining experience. Benvenuto Restaurant in Milford.
Bright yellow dandelions, a clear signal that the time for prevention is now, for crabgrass and clover are soon to follow. Hillside Lawn Service has been making lawns around the Chesapeake healthier and weed-free for over 30 years. They don't mow it, they grow it. Hillside certified agronomists test your soil, apply exactly what it needs and nothing it doesn't. Their high-efficiency formulas help protect our waterways. Switch to Hillside now and get $25 off their annual maintenance program. Call Hillside Lawn Service for your free assessment.
Unexpected home emergencies are a headache. But at Horizon Services, we have you covered with same-day solutions. Whether you need heating, cooling, or plumbing repairs, our certified techs are here 24/7 to solve all the issues you didn't see coming. Plus, we offer industry-leading warranties, special offers, and flexible financing options. Call or schedule online today.
Celebrating love in Berlin, the town has announced a Valentine's Day photo contest for the community to participate in. People are encouraged to post photos with someone or something they love somewhere in the town of Berlin. All you have to do is post the photo on Instagram or Facebook using the hashtag #LoveWinsInBerlin. Posted photos will be submitted into a drawing on February 14th, and some prizes include treats from local businesses and a spa session at a local spa and more.
I'm now wondering what and more is. That sounds like fun. All right, let's take a look courtesy of our Tidal Health camera in Salisbury. 45 degrees right now. We're looking to go from 45 down to 43 at 1 o'clock and then 42 degrees. We have the coastal flood advisories in effect for Sussex, so we're watching out for inundation in low-lying areas around high tide. But now we have a newly issued gale wind warning off of the coast for us in Sussex County. This means we're watching out for about 40 to 45 mile per hour winds here. Now, with that in mind, here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling exclusive 10-day forecast. We're going to have cloudy skies for Monday. We could get some light rain off intermittent showers possible on Monday, but I'm switching our yellow alert day to stay in effect for us on Tuesday, because this is when we're watching out for up to maybe a half an inch of rain, maybe a little bit more, or just shy of an inch, and we're looking for those winds to pick up momentum as well. So it's just shy of a first alert day, which we would color in red. So that's what this yellow means. When it doesn't quite reach that threshold, we would start being concerned with severe weather for everybody. After that, of course, we have Valentine's Day, and then temperatures are going to drop precipitously. Watch out for a hard freeze, by the way, Wednesday morning, Thursday morning, and Friday morning.
So what I'm hearing is Paul is saying we want to wear our winter jackets this week. But thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app. We'll see you in just a few hours for Coast TV News today, starting at 5 a.m. Have a great night.